Hey everyone, I'm going to do a basic guide on farming. So you should already have rescued your farmer. Hopefully you've rescued everyone and you've done some of the quests. But you'll also need a construction hammer. So you get that from your workbench here, the very top. You should have this already. But I will go talk to the farmer now. So when you get the farmer, I think it's straight away. But you can make a seed bed. You'll need some wood logs, metal scraps, and farm soil. And obviously you can craft farm soil when you get this. So you'll need some dirt and bone meal. Bone meal comes from bones. You find those from hunting animals and some enemies. So hopefully you're doing quests for your alchemist as well, because one of them is to get the grinder. So once you acquire bones, you have the recipe for bone meal. Just select this, drop in some bones, and it'll start producing the bone meal. And then of course, to get the dirt, you just equip your pickaxe and then just go to the top layer. And if you go too far, you'll start getting some rocks. It's very easy to get some dirt. And then you just take that dirt back and craft some farm soil and then build the seed bed. So the seed bed, this is what it looks like. Something like flax. All you do is you gather some flax or whatever plant it is, select the recipe for it, and then drop it in here. So it's 2 water, 1 flax. You'll get 5 seedlings. It takes 5 minutes, or 10 seedlings. It takes 5 minutes for that. So now we'll get to the farming spot. This is where you need your construction hammer. I have mine equipped on number 8, at the bottom there. I just press tab, open that up. So to go through the menu, you hold the left Alt button, left on your keyboard, and then your mouse wheel. So the very top, this is all construction things and roofs. You get down to terrain, this is where you can use raw materials. You can actually build houses with raw materials like soil and rocks and all that stuff. But we'll go to the terrain menu there, and I like number 6 for a farm plot. Now we hold down the left control button on the keyboard and we can scroll through like what material we used. I've got dirt in my backpack, I've got red sandstone, I've got fertilized farm soil. So we'll just go ahead and drop that down. If I don't like the position, I can press Y to undo it. It's pretty handy. But I'll just put down a few here, because I've got a lot of farm soil now. So you just go into your seed bed once you have some seedlings. I already have some wheat seedlings, so I'll throw those down. Now the reason for making these soil plots is because everything will grow so much faster. And the higher the tier of farm soil you're using, the better it should be. It's not exactly how it works right now. I think something like saffron, it does the best on dirt for some reason. Like this dirt is basically where the grass grows. But intentionally, I think the higher tier the soil is, the better for everything. This game is in early access, so there are some issues. We just plot it down here until you run out. Something like flax. Now I can plant something on the soil if I want to, in the dirt. That's fine as well. I'll just take a long time. Flax, if you sort on the grass, it'll take about 2 game days. On fertilized farm soil, it takes less than a game day. But they all have their own times, each plant. And of course, you'll need plenty of water. So it takes a little bit too long in this game to get wells. But in the start of the game, there's where you start. There's your first base that you build. There's a water well right there. You can just follow this road. And you got a water well right there, and it has to recharge. Every charge has 5 water. Every time you can scoop it. And then for it to charge, you have to go and play the game for a bit. But that's your main source of water in the early game. To produce things like shrubs, all you need is plant fiber. And I think some things like beets, you need farm soil. But flax, you always need water. Most of the seedlings, you'll need water to produce that. Right, and so when you're farming, like I took one flax and then I put it in there. Just that one flax with 2 water is only going to produce 10 seedlings. And then you'll plant one flax seedling and then you go to harvest it and you only get one flax back. So it's very time consuming with actual farming in this game. It would have been nice if you also got like maybe like 3 or 5 flax back, but that's not the way it works right now. So you're going to have to do a lot of farming, especially with flax. And then you can also make a garden rooftop there. And that's by using the construction hammer again. It's the same idea. You hold the alt left, but the left alt key in your keyboard. And then you also have some roof options. Now number 8, that's way too steep. No seedlings will grow in there, but on number 7 they will. Or you could do like a flat rooftop. Just make sure it's soil or fertilized farm soil, whatever. And you can definitely do it. And then just go and plant your seedlings. So this is what it actually looks like. So for this one, I didn't have a ton of seedlings, so I had to do different types. And yeah, I got strawberries and I think that's sage and flax. But it's kind of a fun project to do. See, I tried to do it there with the seedlings and it just didn't work. You can plant a seedling, but it'll disappear after a few seconds. Okay, I think one of the last things to cover is the beehives here. So you won't get this quest until quite late into this game right now. I mean, the game is early access. I think this is only like 1/3 of the map that we can play right now. But once you make it, this is where you start. You make it all the way over here into the wastelands. You can find the beehive smoker. And then once you get that, you just place it in the base anywhere. It's right there. To produce honey, you need 1 sugar and 2 water. But the game doesn't tell you, well, where do you get sugar? You get sugar back at the farmer here. And sugar is under the energy section here for supplies. And it's right there. You'll need 2 sugar cane to produce 1 sugar. And then it's like 1 sugar and 2 water, and the beehive will produce 5 honey. So it's actually pretty good. Now to get sugar cane, you get that once you've progressed through the game, through the pillars of creation. This gets you into the Nomad Highlands up here. And all throughout here, you'll find sugarcane, and even in the Kindle Waste in some areas. Those bones right there, that's where you get the ancient bone. You just mine those with your pickaxe, and then you bring them to the grinder here. You'll unlock the recipe automatically, fossilized bone dust. So it just takes 1 bone to make 3 fossilized bone dust. You'll need that, and you'll need a laboratory to produce nitrate. You get all this stuff in the Kindle Waste to the far east. And then that's how you produce fertilized farm soil, which is the best so far as I know. But yeah, I think that's about it. Hit that like button, subscribe, and consider clicking the join button. You can become a member. It's just $2 a month. Help support the channel. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.